Hey guys, so Anthony, we're doing another quick video here. There's so many agents who's watching this video. They're looking at our team from the outside, kind of like you before, right? They're debating. Initially, it may sound too good to be true because this is what I'm promising people. You're gonna double your net income with no cold calling, no prospecting, no door knocking.
Right.
So we wanna gather as many success, as real life story as possible. So just now we just came back from lunch, and you were telling me about your 5 transaction and your stuff like that. So first of all, how long did you join team? Can we speak inside here? So that way we are not bothering the. How long ago did you join?
I joined. It was a year February, so I've been over here. I've been here with the team a year and a month and a half or so.
A year and a month and a half. Okay. And today, for the record, today is March 2017.
Yeah, March 31st.
2017, yeah. And this month you were telling me just now lunch. How many escrow and closing you have this month?
Escrows. I have 5 escrows. Closing one today. Closing another one Monday. So
that's 7 transactions in a month. That's huge, Is it so? I remember before you were with Keller Williams for how long?
A year.
A year. And I remember when I first met Anthony, I said, "Hey Anthony, one day, I just don't know when, right? Well, obviously in a year, you're gonna sell more homes in a month than what you did in a year.
Right.
Now, obviously, you're gonna do this. So let's share from your perspective. How was your experience before? Because when you look at our team from the outside, what's the perception? And just be honest, because so many people were in your shoes before, right? What was your perception about the team before and after?
Well, bottom line is I was at Keller Williams, and there was a whole mentorship thing and a lot of different training, and it wasn't the type of training I needed. I needed real world training and not just somebody blowing smoke and doing pep talks. What I received there was something that I didn't feel that it was accurate enough to move forward and become the better realtor that I wanted to be. I came here and I actually had at least 5 meetings with you. And then
you came in very, very skeptical. I remember that.
Exactly. So with that, coming from there to here, obviously I'm going to be like, what are you going to offer me? What's your training about? How am I going to? You're saying no cold calling, no door knocking. Well, how? And then, finally, I finally pulled the trigger and joined the team. And every single day is training, and all you have to do is just be here. And what that does is just get you prepared. You learn the system, and you make sure that you're able to convert leads. You're able to close transactions. And my first year, from February to February, I closed 20 transactions.
That's huge. That's your first year with the team. Hey, let's talk about training, because you touch a very important point. Every office claims to have training. I'm yet to see an office that says I have no training. Even the board says they have training, right? So everybody says they have training. So let's talk about that. What kind of training are you talking about here? Because when you say, wow, the training is different, it's practical, let's just be transparent so people can see what training are we talking about. Like, what do we do here?
I mean, we learn sales training, closing, words mean a lot of things. So, I mean, we have all sorts of training from Grant Cardone to Tom Hopkins to...
Well, look at the results, basically. Look at the results, right? So this kind of fake, because people who's listening this like, okay, me too, right? My office too. Let's look at the results. When you represent the buyers, regardless whatever the MLS is offering, what's your buyer's broker fees? How much you get paid on the buyers when you work with buyers?
Up to 3-4%.
4%, regardless, however the MLS. So that's the kind of training I'm talking about. So for example, if the MLS is showing 2%, you know how to get 4. If it's a for sale by owners, you know how to get 4, right?
Correct.
Right now, as you know, there's a problem in real estate industry. Right now, the real estate agents only showing homes. Number 1, that's only on the MLS. Number 2, it's only on MLS at certain commission, right? So anything below it, the agents won't refuse to show. So I just want to make sure people understand, when we talk about training here, I'm talking about, like you said at the beginning, this is not making you feel good. This is like practical how to negotiate, and collect your own buyer's broker fees at 4%, for example, regardless whether or not it's on the MLS or regardless how much it's being offered on the MLS.
Exactly, and it's real world training. It's every single day, 8 to 9:30. We don't.
Do you have a manager here?
No manager.
Yeah, there's no nothing, man. Because most people in most offices that I know of, the brokers abdicate. There's a difference between delegation and abdication. They abdicate that responsibility to the manager, and typically the manager is somebody who's not successful in sales, and they just get paid maybe $3,000-$4,000 salary a month to train. Can you imagine if you're being trained by somebody who are not successful, just some sort of theory? How would it be? Right? There is no manager here. Every day, all the training, the coaching, the mentorship is just me and you and I. There's nobody else here. Okay, and then the last one here, you talk about, what about when you work with the owner of the house on a seller's side? How was, before, how much you typically get, well, do you do this thing before?
Yeah.
Okay, how much you know how to, before and what about now?
5-6%, but majority 5%.
5%, just like everybody here in San Gabriel, basically 4 or 5%. So, and then what about today?
Today, 7%.
So and then that's really powerful, right? And now you get not only your, because price is only a factor in the absence of value. If you look at our Zillow reviews, there is no other real estate agents or teams or offices that has more satisfied clients than us. Anything else, Anthony? If I can transport this video back to you a year back when you were with KW, so you can talk to yourself, what would you advise yourself?
I would have advised myself to come here a long time ago. 20 transactions is like unheard of, and I kind of mentioned that to other people outside our office, and they're like, "Whoa, they can't believe it."
Now you do 5 for the money.
Yeah, and it's all we do is position ourselves to be the best as we can be. I mean, like Rudy said, there's no boss here. You either want the training or you don't want the training. You don't have to come, but everybody comes, everybody gets the training, and everybody's doing great.
Yeah, man. So, all right. So if there's any question, this is Anthony. What's your phone number? Just because so many people are skeptical. I understand. Just like you.
Yeah.
They've been to KW, Kohler Banker, the other Remax offices, right? They've been over-promised, under-delivered, and stuff like that. Right. So I understand many people are very, very skeptical. So some of them, they want to ask you questions. You can always ask him on, at you on Facebook. But then what's your cell phone number just in case? Because I know there's a lot of skeptical people.
My name's Anthony Granados. My number is 626-607-7079. Again, 626-607-7079. Feel free to call me at any time. I'm always available, and looking forward to meeting you.
Anthony, man, superstar. 5 deals in a month. 5 or 7 actually. 7 because 2 is closing. 7 deals in a month. March 2017.